The tongue is back, and today I'm going to be eating a Fatalii pepper. Now the Fatalii pepper, is about 100,000 to 400,000 Scoville heat units. The habanero pepper is about 100,000 to 350,000 Scoville units. So they're around the same heat. I'm not sure what the averages are for each, but they are around the same as far as the Scoville numbers. Now, I have heard that these are much hotter, or seem much hotter than their rating would tell you. This is my first time ever eating one, and so I don't really know that. But, I mean, look at that pod. That looks freaking nice. I got this pod from a guy named Wicked Mike, and I will post a link in the description for his Facebook and for his hotpepper.com account. So if you want to get some possibly some seeds or some pods, you can certainly contact him about that and get some really good looking fresh pods. He has all kinds of fresh peppers for sale currently, so definitely check him out if you're looking for some fresh peppers. This is a capsicum chinense, which is are usually thinner walled varieties. But let me cut this open for you real quick, so we can both see what is going on inside there. And as soon as I opened it up, very pungent. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a little bit of oil on the blade. There's definitely some oil there. Wow, not a lot of seeds. Somewhat thin-walled, very pungent. The placenta on this one isn't that bad. The placenta is what gets you your heat, is where the heat is located. The capsaicin is what actually gives you your heat, and the capsaicin is located, the oil comes from the placenta. The seeds actually don't give you much heat at all, if any. They actually they will make the pepper much more bitter. Let's smell it. This pepper is supposed to have kind of a citrusy, maybe lemony type of taste to it. Definitely smells hot. Smells almost perfumey a little bit, kind of like the habanero, slightly perfumey, but we shall see here. Well, let's dig in. Cheers. Sweet. Already starting to get hot. Oh, wow. As soon as I swallowed it, it was just like, whew, a huge waft of heat. Well, that's kind of just like a fuminess in my mouth at this right now. It's just kind of like fumes. Very interesting flavor. Man, it's slightly sweet. Man, I'll tell you what, it's making me salivate a lot. It is slightly sweet, but quite fruity, and definitely very citrusy. And this one actually almost kind of burns like a habanero a little bit. It's the entire tongue is burning at this point. Very much so. The sides of the tongue are burning, and even it's even getting like the back of my cheekbones, like on my cheeks, but just like the back side. Man, this spit just does not want to go in that cup. And like the back, it's like the back of the tongue, like on just, it's like the sides, like the sides of the cheeks, the back of my gums, the tongue, and it's just kind of a. It's like there's fumes. It's like there's pepper fumes in my mouth, and it's just kind of like all over. But you notice them. You notice them, but it's not. It's not hot everywhere. You feel. It's like the heat is emanating from my tongue everywhere in the mouth, and you can just kind of, you get that essence of that heat everywhere. Making me salivate quite a bit, as you can see. It's actually quite tasty. It's got a nice heat. It's similar, I would say it's a little bit similar to a habanero. I would say the flavor is better, at least with the orange habanero. I don't think I haven't had a red Savina habanero yet, and those ones are different. They're hotter than your regular orange habanero, but the flavor is different on those too. These are similar to an orange habanero, but the flavor to me is better. Heat. Very similar. The heat already peaked. Now it's just kind of traveling to different areas of mouth. It's starting to travel up to the lips now, and more towards the front of the tongue instead of the back of the tongue. Lots of saliva. Very, very good pepper. Nice level of heat. Like, this is one you could probably eat on a semi-daily basis if you wanted to eat these peppers. You would definitely want to make sure that you've got some food inside you, in your stomach, to help with capsaicin cramps, things of that nature. But it is a very good pepper. It would make a great substitute for habaneros if you don't like the flavor of habaneros, but you like the heat. This one is going to be about the same. I think it's a tad bit hotter than the habanero, the orange habanero. It's a tad bit hotter, but very, very similar. I'd probably give this one like a 5 out of 10 on heat. It's pretty, it's hot, but it's definitely got some improvement, but it's definitely good. Like, it's definitely a nice level of heat on this one. You could take these pods, dry them out, turn them into a powder. Pretty much anything that you would use a habanero for, you could just substitute those out for these, and to me, it would make it that much better. Just because to me the flavor is a little bit better on these than it is on the habanero. Yeah, heat's Yeah, heat's damn near all the way gone. It's just kind of lingering around at this point. It's just, you know, you get a little bit on the lips and slightly at the back of the tongue. But it's like, it's very much so. It's going down considerably fast. But check out Wicked Mike. I will put links in the description where you can find Wicked Mike and order peppers from Wicked Mike. Thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget to keep it spicy, and I will see you in the next video.